coffee's cold, the steam is gone. I've been sitting here since the crack of dawn, watching the shadows stretch across the floor, right where you stood before you hit the door. I didn't say the things I should have said. Now they're just ghosts living in my head. The scent of your perfume is fading off the sheets, and the silence in this house is a rhythm that never beats. So come back to me, even if it's just a lie. Come back to me, don't let the memory die. I'm standing in the wreckage of the plans we made, watching the colors of my world begin to fade. I'd trade every tomorrow just to have one yesterday, to find the words that would make you stay. Oh, come back to me. I'm losing my way. I saw your coat hanging on the hook. It's a chapter closed in a half-read book. I reach for my phone to tell you about my day. Then I remember you're 1,000 miles away. The neighbors ask if I've heard any news, but I'm just a man with nothing left to lose. I walk through the park where we used to run, and now I'm just a shadow hiding from the sun. So come back to me, even if it's just a lie. Come back to me, don't let the memory die. I'm standing in the wreckage of the plans we made, watching the colors of my world begin to fade. I'd trade every tomorrow just to have one yesterday, to find the words that would make you stay. Oh, come back to me. I'm losing my way. They say that time is a healer, but time is a thief. It steals the joy coming home, that you're on your way. Oh, come back to me. Don't walk away. The porch lights on, I'll leave it on for you. In case you forget where the love was true. Come back to me. Come back to me. Come back to me. I found a photograph tucked inside a drawer, a version of us that doesn't live here anymore. You were laughing at something I'd whispered in your ear, before I let the pride turn into the fear. I should have held your hand when the sky turned gray. I should have found the strength to ask you to stay. But I watched you pack like I was watching a film, while the heart in my chest grew quiet and grim. The house is a museum of the things I did wrong. The silence is a melody, a bitter hollow song. There's a stain on the rug where we dropped the wine, the night I said I'm fine when I wasn't fine. I miss the signs, the way your eyes lost their spark. I left you navigating all the corners of the dark. Now I'm counting the minutes, I'm counting the days, lost in a thick, suffocating haze. And I've got a million regrets, and they're all named after you. A million things I've said that I never meant to do. I'm building a bridge out of I'm sorry and please, but I'm drowning in the middle, brought down to my knees. Every I love you I choked on, every stay I let go is a debt that I'll carry, a seed that I'll sow, a million refrains, nowhere left to go. I passed that diner where we had our first date. I sat in the booth and I cursed at the fate that gave me a diamond and let me treat it like glass. I watched all our beauty just flicker and pass. I called your number, then hung up at the tone. I'm terrified of hearing how well you've grown, without me beside you, without me in the way, while I'm still living in that cold Tuesday in May. And I've got a million regrets, and they're all named after you. A million things I said If I could catch the glass before the fall, I'd unsay the anger, I'd unbreak the trust, I'd save all our gold from turning to rust. But the clock only ticks in one direction tonight, and I'm a ghost in the hallway, losing the fight. God, I'm so sorry. Is it too late to be sorry? I'm screaming at the ceiling, but it's just the same old story. Day that I die, 900,000 and 99. The last one is believing that you were still mine. Just a million regrets, a million.
Suitcases are gathered by the hallway light, like soldiers standing guard in the middle of the night. I've practiced this moment 1,000 times in my head, but the air feels like lead, and the words feel dead. How do I look at the person who knows my soul and tell them the pieces won't fit back in the hole? Your keys are on the counter next to the mail, and the ship we built together is too broken to sail. I remember the kitchen when we painted it blue. We were dancing in the bubbles, and the world felt new. Now the paint is peeling, and the floorboards ground, and I'm terrified of being in this house alone. hear you move in the rhythm of a life we're about to lose. The kettle starts to whistle, a piercing lonely cry, mirroring the scream I'm hiding deep inside. Should I kiss your forehead? Should I just turn and run? How do you end a story that's only half done? I'm holding the handle of the heavy front door, knowing once I cross it, I'm not us anymore. How do I say goodbye to my favorite person? How do I watch the silence start to worsen? How do I tell my heart to stop beating for yours when you're the only one I've opened the doors for? It's a simple word, just 5 letters long, but it's the heaviest weight. It's a funeral song. How do I say goodbye when I still wanna stay? Do I say it with a whisper? Do I say it with a shout? Do I let the fire flicker or just blow it out? I'm losing my oxygen, I'm losing my mind, leaving the best part of my life behind. Every memory is a tether, every dream is a chain. I'm trying to cut the ties, but I'm cutting a vein. I don't know how to do this, I don't know how to let go. I'm a man in the winter with nowhere to go. Powerful, distorted guitar solo that feels like a physical struggle, battling against the strings of the orchestra. It suddenly cuts out, leaving only a soft, pulsing bass note, like a fading heartbeat. How do I say goodbye when the room is so still? I thought I could do it, but I don't think I will. But I have to, for the sake of us both, even if it kills the spirit and breaks every oath. I'm staring at the ceiling, tracing cracks within the plaster, trying to understand how the end came even faster than the way we fell in love on that night in late July. Now the air is getting thin and the well is running dry. I told you I'm alright, through a voice that's thin and breaking, while every bone inside of me is shivering and aching. You're standing in the hallway with your coat already on, and I'm rehearsing how to breathe for when I wake and find you gone. I'll find your silver earring in the cushion of the chair, and I'll have to tell my shadow not to look for you back there. The ghost of your laughter is trapped within the walls. It echoes through the kitchen and it haunts the empty halls. I'll learn to buy the groceries for a table set for one, and I'll learn to hate the morning and the mocking of the sun. I'll tell my worried mother that I'm doing just fine, while I'm drowning in the silence of a life no longer mine. I'll tell myself it'll be okay, even if I'm lying. And I'll tell myself it'll be okay to keep the heart from dying. It's a mantra, it's a prayer, it's a bandage on a flood. It's the rhythm of the salt as it's moving through my blood. They say the world keeps spinning, they say the seasons turn, but I'm just standing in the middle, watching everything we built burn. It'll be okay, maybe not today, but I'll keep saying it until the sky turns gray. How many times can a heart break before it turns to stone? How many nights can I spend learning how to be alone? I'm deleting all the photos, but the pixels leave a scar. I'm driving past the places where I know exactly where you are. I'm a stranger to the person that I was when you were near. I'm a victim of the forever that we whispered in the ear. Now the forever has an ending, and the always has a cost, and I'm just an explorer in a world where I am lost. And I'll tell myself it'll be okay, even if I'm lying. But I'll tell myself it'll be okay to keep the okay never actually arrives? What if we're just ghosts living out these hollow lives? I'm screaming at the mirror, why wasn't I enough? I'm reaching for the memories, but the edges are too rough. They cut me till I'm bleeding, they bruise me till I'm blue. Every okay is a poison if it isn't involving you. Don't tell me it gets better, don't tell me time is kind. Time is just a prison for the heart you left behind. Soaring transified, an electric guitar duet. It sounds like a storm peaking, chaotic, beautiful, and devastating. The instruments seem to fight for air before suddenly dropping away into a single pulsing synth note. It'll be okay. I'm staring at the ceiling, tracing cracks within the plaster, trying to understand how the end came even faster than the way we fell in love on that night in late July. Now the air is getting thin and the well is running dry. I told you I'm alright, through a voice that's thin and breaking, while every bone inside of me is shivering and aching. You're standing in the hallway with your coat already on, and I'm rehearsing how to breathe for when I wake and find you gone. I'll find your silver earring in the cushion of the chair, and I'll have to tell my shadow not to look for you back there. The ghost of your laughter is trapped within the walls. It echoes through the kitchen and it haunts the empty halls. I'll line up by the groceries for a table set for one, and I'll learn to hate the morning and the mocking of the sun. I'll tell my worried mother that I'm doing just fine, while I'm drowning in the silence of a life no longer mine. And I'll tell myself it'll be okay, even if I'm lying.
times can a heart break before it turns to stone? How many nights can I spend learning how to be alone? I'm deleting all the photos, but the pixels leave a scar. I'm driving past the places where I know exactly where you are. I'm a stranger to the person that I was when you were near. I'm a victim of the forever that we whispered in the ear. Now the forever has an ending, and the always has a cost. And I'm just an explorer in a world where I am lost. And I'll tell myself it'll be if I'm lying. I'll tell myself it'll be okay to keep the heart from dying. It's a mantra, it's a prayer, it's a bandage on a flood. It's the rhythm of the salt as it's moving through my blood. They say the world keeps spinning, they say the seasons turn, but I'm just standing in the middle, watching everything we build burn. It'll be okay. Maybe not today, but what if the okay never actually arrives? What if we're just ghosts living out these hollow lives? I'm screaming at the mirror, why wasn't I enough? I'm reaching for the memories, but the edges are too rough. They cut me till I'm bleeding, they bruise me till I'm blue. Every okay is a poison if it is involving you. Don't tell me it gets better, don't tell me time is kind. Time is just a prison for the heart you left behind. It surrenders like a star kicking, chaotic, beautiful, and devastating. The instruments seem to fight for air before suddenly dropping away into a single pulsing secret. It's a lie that keeps me breathing, it's a fake and hollow light, but it's the only thing that's getting me through the middle of the night. It'll be okay, I'll say it till it's true, even if okay means a lie.
The suitcases are gathered by the hallway light, like soldiers standing guard in the middle of the night. I've practiced this moment 1,000 times in my head, but the air feels like lead and the words feel dead. How do I look at the person who knows my soul and tell them the pieces won't fit back in the hole? Your keys are on the counter next to the mail, and the ship we built together is too broken to sail. I remember the kitchen when we painted it blue. We were dancing in the bubbles and the world felt new. Now the paint is peeling and the floorboards grown, and I'm terrified of being in this house alone. I see the ghost of us laughing by the stove, in the wreckage of the treasure in our secret cove. I've got the speech ready, I've got the script in my hand, but I'm sinking like a castle built on shifting sand. So how do I say goodbye to my favorite person? How do I watch the silence start to worsen? How do I tell my heart to stop beating for yours when you're the only one I've ever opened the doors for? It's a simple word, just 5 letters long, but it's the heaviest weight. It's a funeral song. How do I say goodbye when I still wanna stay? A piercing, lonely cry, mirroring the scream I'm hiding deep inside. Should I kiss your forehead? Should I just turn and run? How do you end a story that's only half done? I'm holding the of the heavy front door, knowing once I cross it I'm not us anymore. Oh, how do I say goodbye
distorted guitar solo that feels like a physical struggle, battling against the strings of the orchestra. It suddenly cuts out, leaving only a soft, pulsing bass note, like a fading heartbeat.
How do I say goodbye when the room is so still? I thought I could do it, but I don't think I will. But I have to, for the sake of us both. Even if it kills the spirit and breaks every oath. The coffee's cold, the steam is gone. I've been sitting here since the crack of dawn, watching the shadows stretch across the floor, right where you stood before you hit the door. I didn't say the things I should have said, and now they're just ghosts living in my head. The scent of your perfume is fading off the sheets, and the silence in this house is a rhythm that never beats. So come back to me, even if it's just a lie. Come back to me, don't let the memory die. I'm standing in the wreckage of the plans we made, watching the colors of my world begin to fade. I'd trade every tomorrow just to have one yesterday, to find the words that would make you stay. Oh, come back to me. I'm losing my way. I saw your coat hanging on the hook. It's a chapter closed in a half-read book. I reach for my phone to tell you about my day. Then I remember you're 1,000 miles away. The neighbors ask if I've heard any news, but I'm just a man with nothing left to lose. I walk through the park where we used to run. Now I'm just a shadow hiding from the sun. So come back to me, even if it's just a lie. Come back to me, don't let the memory die. I'm standing in the wreckage of the plans we made, watching the colors of my world begin to fade. I trade every tomorrow just to have one yesterday, you're coming home, that you're on your way. Oh, come back to me. Don't walk away. The porch lights on, I'll leave it on for you, in case you forget where the love was true. Come back to me. Come back to me.
Found a photograph tucked inside a drawer, a version of us that doesn't live here anymore. You were laughing at something I'd whispered in your ear, before I let the pride turn into the fear. I should have held your hand when the sky turned gray. I should have found the strength to ask you to stay. But I watched you pack like I was watching a film, while the heart in my chest grew quiet and grim. House is a museum of the things I did wrong. The silence is a melody, a bitter, hollow song. There's a stain on the rug where we dropped the wine, the night I said I'm fine when I wasn't fine. I miss the signs, the way your eyes lost their spark. I left you navigating all the corners of the dark, and now I'm counting the minutes, I'm counting the days, lost in a thick, suffocating haze. And I've got a million regrets, and they're all named after you. A million things I said that I never meant to do. I'm building a bridge out of I'm sorry and please, but I'm drowning in the middle, brought down to my knees. Every I love you I choked on, every stay I let go is a debt that I'll carry, a seed that I'll sow, a million regrets, and nowhere left to go. Past that diner where we had our first date, I sat in the booth and I cursed at the fate that gave me a diamond and let me treat it like glass. I watched all our beauty just flicker and pass. I called your number, then hung up at the tone. I'm terrified of hearing how well you've grown. Without without me beside you, without me in the way. While I'm still living in that cold Tuesday in May. And I've got a million regrets, and they're all named after you. A million things I said that I never meant to do. I'm building a bridge out of I'm sorry and please, but I'm drowning in the middle, brought down to my knees. Every I love you I choked on, every stay I let go is a debt that I'll carry, a seed that I'll sow, a million regrets, and nowhere left to go. If I could tear the calendar off the wall, if I could catch the glass before the fall, I'd unsay the anger, I'd unbreak the trust, I'd save all our gold from turning to rust. But the clock only ticks in one direction tonight, and I'm a ghost in the hallway, losing the fight. God, I'm so sorry. Is it too late to be sorry? I'm screaming at the ceiling, but it's just the same old story. And got a million regrets, and they're all wearing your face. I'm a roamer who lost, but can't leave the race. I'm building a bridge out of I'm sorry and please, but the wind's blowing harder, and I'm beginning to freeze. Every I love you I buried, every stay I let fly is a star that went out in a pitch black sky. A million regrets, until the day that I die. 900,099. The last one is believing that you were still mine. Just a million regrets, a million. I'm looking at the wrinkles around my eyes. They're a road map of the hellos and the goodbyes. I remember when my skin was smooth and my heart was wide. Before I traded every secret I had inside. I gave you my 20s, I gave you my prime, I gave you the very last ounce of my time. Now I'm standing at the mirror, looking at a ghost of the version of myself that I used to love the most. I spent my youth building walls to keep you warm. I was the umbrella in every single storm. I learned your coffee, your fears and your dreams. I stitched up your life at the unraveling seams. But while I was busy making sure you were whole, I didn't notice the holes growing deep in my soul. I poured my water into your broken jar, and now I don't even know who the hell we are. Oh, the life I spent on you, it's a currency I can't regain. A decade of sunshine traded for a lifetime of rain. I laid down my crown just to be your floor, and you walked right over me and out of the door. It's not just the love, it's the years I can't replace. The lines of your memory etched into my face. Was it worth the cost? Was it worth the view? Looking at the wreckage of the life I spent on you. I see couples in the park, they're just starting out. They don't know what forever is really about. It's a slow erosion, a quiet, steady theft, until there's nothing of your own identity left. I've got your habits, I've got your favorite books, I've even got the way your disappointed looks. But I've lost my laughter and I've lost my stride. I'm a hollowed out shell with nothing inside of the life I spent on you. It's a currency I can't regain. A decade of sunshine traded for a lifetime of rain. I laid down my crown just to be your floor, and you walked right over me and out of the door. It's not just the love, it's the years I can't replace. The lines of your memory etched into my face. Was it worth the cost? Was it worth the view? Looking at the wreckage of the life I spent on you. I want my 25th birthday back. I want the sleep that I lost on the rack. I want the dreams that I traded for your career. I want the me that existed before you were here. You took the best of me and left there to breathe. You're moving on, but what's left of me? What's left of me? I'm a bank account emptied, I'm a well run dry. I'm a beautiful story that turned into a lie. space of the years I'll never see again in this place. I'm looking at the wrinkles around my eyes. They're a roadmap of the hellos and the goodbyes. I remember when my skin was smooth and my heart was wide, before I traded every secret I had inside. I gave you my 20s, I gave you my pride, I gave you the very last ounce of my time. Now I'm standing at the mirror, looking at a ghost of the version of myself that I used to love the most. Spent my youth building walls to keep you warm. I was the umbrella in every single storm. I learned your coffee, your fears and your dreams. I stitched up your life at the unraveling seams. But while I was busy making sure you were whole, I didn't notice the holes growing deep in my soul. I poured my water into your broken jar, and now I don't even know who the hell we are. Oh, the life I spent on you, it's a currency I can't regain. A decade of sunshine traded for a lifetime of rain. I laid down my crown just to be your floor, and you walked right over me and out of the door. It's not just the love, it's the years I can't replace, the lines of your memory etched into my face. Was it worth the cost? Was it worth the view? Looking at the wreckage of the life I spent on you. I see couples in the park, they're just starting out. They don't know what forever is really about. It's a slow erosion, a quiet, steady theft, until there's nothing of your own identity left. I've got your habits, I've got your favorite books, I've even got the way
at the wreckage of the life I spent on you. I want my 25th birthday back. I want the sleep that I lost on the rack. I want the dreams that I traded for your career. I want the me that existed before you were here. You took the best of me and left the debris. You're moving on, but what's left of me? What's left of me? I'm a bank account empty, I'm a well run dry. I'm a beautiful story that turned into a solo that feels like a breakdown. The violin screeches beautifully against the heavy guitar, representing the internal conflict of wasted time. The music drops away suddenly, leaving only the piano and a shaking voice. In a shaking voice. I'm 35, but I feel 82. Just trying to remember what I like to do. Before there was us, before there was you. I'm so tired.